In this video, we're going to discuss the variable light behavior. Now, I've done a video in the past for variable switch, and in that one, I think I was using like an animation that I was controlling with the variable switch. This is very similar. We will be using the variable switch, so if you haven't seen that, I'll put a link right here for you to go back and check that out. I'll briefly explain it, touch on it, but I'm not going to go over it in detail. Today's focus is variable light. So in conjunction with variable switch. So we have our lights here, and you can see that there's a little bit of light on right now, really just because you wouldn't be able to see it enough if I hadn't put at least some light in there. But I've got a little room here, and I've got a switch on the wall right there. And if I cursor over the top of that, then I get the prompt text that says plus to increase, minus to decrease. So I'm going to try to get a good angle here and be able to use it and show you some of the lighting that's going on. Now, if I press and hold the plus key, and you can see the setting changing there at the bottom, watch the light off in the left side of the screen, and you can see the light is coming up slowly, but it's coming up, and I can keep pressing this until I reach my max setting, which is 200, which is really where I saw the light being kind of optimal. There it is. It's at max. And there we go. Nice bright scene. Lovely little living room scene. These walls and floors and the column, by the way, all provided to me by ThatModelGuy, which I thought was really nice. I appreciate it. I like trying to make unique and different looking scenes for the videos, just kind of break up the monotony. So I really appreciated that. Staircase too, by the way, came from him. But that's it. That's the variable switch behavior. Let me show you how it works. I'm sorry, variable light behavior is what I wanted to focus on. So, but they're really, they're kind of a set. You got to use one with the other. So let's start with the switch. We have touched on this. I'm not going to get into detail, but I'm just going to show you that here's a prompt text that you see on the screen. This is where you see it. The use range, all these things are pretty common in most of the behaviors that we see. Now, in my case, I started with a value of 75, and that was just, again, to have some light in the scene to begin with. Your use case is going to be different than my use case. The same thing would be true with the maximum value. In my case, 200 really made the light bright for this particular room, but this is a big room. If you've got a much smaller room and maybe just one light bulb, maybe you don't need it to be that bright. So it's going to vary depend on your use case. But in my case, I kind of went all out and made a huge room. So I suffered for it by having to have a huge value. And then the only other thing you need to know about this is here we have a variable switch user global, which is variable switch 1. Now, I did not create that variable in the HUD screens like you would, like say my Mojo, right? I just have a variable name to reference to, and that's going to become important because if you have a globe, a little light bulb here, you're going to add that light behavior to it. So this light behavior is called variable light. There's really only one parameter, and that's the variable light, the variable switch user global. So basically what it's saying is which switch should control this light, and it should be variable switch 1. And that way you can have multiple switches controlling different things, different lights or animations or whatever it is that you're controlling with the variable switch. In this case, you just need a reference point, something to tick and tie back the two behaviors so that it knows what to do. But that's it. All of these lights have the variable switch light behavior on it. All of them are referencing switch 1 because I only have the one switch on the wall. And so when I increase the value in the variable switch, then it increases the amount of light, which is basically the light distance in this case. Now, my max light distance is 225 on all these globes, but I set it for 200 in the switch. So it's never going to hit 225 because I set it for 200. That was really just me playing around with it and being lazy and not wanting to go around and change them all to 200 for no reason. But that's the variable light behavior. Pretty simple one for today's video. If you enjoyed the video or if you learned anything new, please be sure to click the like button down below. If you're new here, if you just haven't subscribed yet, would love to have you stick around. And if you'd like a notification for whenever a new video is posted, just click the bell icon and that'll let you know when a new video is ready. Thanks so much for watching all the way through, guys. I really appreciate it, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye for now. Hey, don't forget there's a written guide for every behavior, including ones I haven't yet covered on this channel. And if you want to learn some more, why don't you check out this video next.